very high resonance. But you guys get it. That's another really cool one. I'm just messing around, finding out, having fun, and not really having a direction. What's going on YouTube? Today I want to show you guys how I made a few basses for my track Stimulate with Grisly, and I'm just going to show you the Serum Patch or the audio that I use to create a few of these basses, and that way you can kind of learn the techniques and all I did below. So we're going to dive straight into it. Hope you guys enjoy. So if you guys haven't heard the track yet, I'll just play like the first 4 bars of the drop, so that way you kind of hear the basses and we'll kind of go over them. Alright, so this first one here, very simple patch of really almost no post-processing. It's all pretty much in Serum, and just cutting out the low end and just adding a little bit of stereo, which I believe I just made it a little more mono. Okay, well I use this wavetable. We have a very simple, very company-ish style bass. We have 2 LFOs here. LFO 1's going to be doing a lot of volume and filter movement, where 2 is going to be wavetable and probably, making peaks on this EQ. So, first of all, volume, created a half note type of LFO, and then I made the 2 womp womp, you know, to make it bigger. So we have something like that. I turned down the unison on this first one, and even the global, is actually the same. It's been a while since I created this, but yeah, I made it more mono. So I wanted this to sit in the middle, and I have my layers here, which is adding more of the low and grit. Altogether, these 3, but they're all just the same duplicates of this. So we have air, we have a little FM. If we didn't have SM or any air, this is what it sounds like, or sub. Let's add the noise. You can see it kind of adds that width difference, and then obviously adding this in is adding a lot. We actually have a very interesting thing that I normally don't do often, which is level and FM from B. If we don't have FM from B, it just kind of clashes it out, and vice versa if we just bypass this. Honestly, like the width of this unison bass as well. If we turn it down, that adds that stereo space. This is really the premise of this. This is what this looks like when it moves. Remove this from 217. Get a lot of different tonalities there. Bring that back to 217 and go through the post-processing. This is a very simple dimension, size up, mix is 0. Hyper, I'm actually not even really using this. Tube distortion, obviously very important. Gonna push those 2 wavetables and that JP 160 chorus together, and then obviously adding chorus as well. This is gonna be a lot of the voicing comes from. This is obviously making the peak for the low mids, giving that tonality, which is really important for like these Dubstep basses, having some type of peak filter on some type of vowel syllable, really important. And then combs should be, I believe, automated. Just adding a little bit of stereo field in, and then finally just ending with compression. Super simple patch, which I use again over here just for the downbeat. And that's pretty much how I made that one. Let's go to another bass here. I want to show you guys what a lot of messing around can do. I wish I still had the sound design, but at this time, I don't believe I do. Let me see if I can find... I don't think I kept the sound design in this project. But I started with some sort of bass, and I kept just going through. And you can see, honestly, the processing. Steps off, so it doesn't really matter. Doing some corpus. A lot of bending as well, and then I rendered it. And afterwards, it went through a ton of... Well, let's turn off the ones I'm not using. A lot more. And this one had a lot of spiked resonances, and even trying to control this while gain staging it was very, very, very tough. Sounds like this, one of them. Other one. Mono, first on mono. And this kind of gets this like blast style feel, so. But the cool thing about this is this should have got gained down during this part to kind of be support, whereas the lead right here, I really love these sounds, especially in the third drop. You see again, it really comes to main focus, and especially in the turnaround, I love how it goes higher here. Yeah, I even saved them, and maybe I'll give them to you. Call them Blast Cannon. Sorry, that's going through the master again. It should not. I apologize for if that just peaked anyone. But yeah, Glass Cannon. What honestly I did is I took a sound, I kept stretching it, pitching it down, texture warping, playing with it, hybrid reverb, pitching it up, doing different bends until I found some semblance of a sound. And I can show you what it sounds like without all this, honestly. And maybe that'd be the best way to do this. We'll even turn off the post-processing up here. Like I said, you can see how many spikes there are in this sound. So just by itself, it sounds like this. Like completely different versus, you know, we turn on our post-processing now and we have even without this part, very high resonance. But you guys get it. That's another really cool one. I'm just messing around, finding out, having fun, and not really having a direction. The last one to go to is kind of this hybrid that me and Grisly did, which is the second drop, where we did multiple things. And this is a really cool thing about having different rhythmic style basses, because you put so much together. So there's one layer. And I'm just pitching this around. I don't know if you guys can hear that stereo. You have your main one here. Kind of push-pull the whole time. I did this. Sustain, and that's really it for this. It comes together really good. And then I resampled my basses from the first one and kind of put them through this, which sounds really cool. Then to tie it in even more, I did my bass chugs, main drop bass. And we continued this going. Look at the stereo pan here. It's one of my favorite parts of drops. It's the little things, and this is it on the turnaround here. I didn't want the chug so to really be in the front, but I kind of want it to be like bump, bump, bump. It's really good for the listener. It's on the upbeat, the 2 and the 4s. So when you're headbanging, it's on the up, and it really just kind of carries that stompy mentality, which is having something to reinforce that. And we just kind of changed the flow slightly and just kept it going. This is honestly like really simple stuff. Like you can see the post-processing on this, super simplistic all the way around. Like we didn't really do much. I would say the most crazy post-processing we had was on those Glass Cannon basses. So I hope you enjoyed this video today and it further helps you understand like how to make basses in Serum, or even just resample and just have fun with it and create your own flow, because that's what it's all about. So that's it for this video. If you haven't checked out Stimulate yet, go peep it. Go peep it. New canvas is up. Looks cool. Go stream it. I appreciate you.